Aho, ho'oponopono, jabaguan, namaste, house. Wish, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Clearing all negative energies, all negative imprints, no longer serving, using exhalations to release. Each exhalation calming, soothing, releasing each inhalation, saying to the self, I am not the body. Each exhalation, I am not the mind. Inhale, I am not the body. Exhale, I am not the mind. Making a small hole through the mind's eye. Tiny hole, breathing in through that tiny hole, exhaling through that tiny hole. Breathing in love, exhaling that same love. Creating a tiny hole through your throat, breathing in through that tiny hole, breathing out through that tiny hole. Perhaps you have some steam or energy through your ears, breathing in. Perhaps there's a tiny hole in your stomach you'd like to breathe through. Perhaps you want to play and breathe in through your mind's eye and out through your stomach, or out through the balls of your feet. Perhaps closing your eyes and going within and allowing yourself to surrender to the medicine. Perhaps restarting this video if you need to. I apologize to those of you already journeying on your own. Working with your breath. Using your inhalations to connect, to receive, assuming the vibration that you are calling in, giving yourself permission to receive. Perhaps creating your own special medicine in your imagination, creating the perfect love, the perfect energy that you need at this time to connect, to receive. Giving yourself permission to release, breathing out through the stomach if you need to, breathing in through the heart if you need to, breathing out through the heart if you need to, listening to your breath, the innate intelligence of your body, your vehicle, your temple, your body. Get in touch with your organs and all the organisms that make up you instead of denying the bacteria in your gut or the information in your brain or in your heart or in your stomach or in your mind. Ho'oponopono, Jamaguan, house, oosh, oosh, oosh. Thank you so much for appreciating all the energy that I bring to the space. Thank you so much for paying it forward and believing in what we were doing as a whole. Ho'oponopono, ho'oponopono. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. I love you. Ho'oponopono. Bear with me. I will focus on you. I'm processing a lot, and in the process of transition, let us create some fresh air. Put some peace into the air. Some silence, holding space, allowing us to receive, using our inhalations to connect to the very specific medicine as we choose to allow ourselves to come into the. Give yourself permission to receive. Thank you so much for allowing me to share with you what I have received. I have so much more coming. Thank you so much for being with the channeling and all I have to offer. Trudy Christine Mason here. Welcome home, my family. Oosh, oosh, oosh. Channeling so much light and love. Thank you so much for seeing me. Please try to close your eyes and see yourself. Be with yourself. See your own eyes. If you like, see yourself as a child. Look into your child's eyes, your child's self. This may be a lot to witness and to process. I am here holding space for you. I am your friend, your sister, your companion, holding space for your infinite growth and strength, using your relation to that strength, that love. Exhalations to release what you no longer need, making space for something new, something greater, as you choose, as you assume, as you allow, create, enjoy. Take your time, go slow, allow yourself to have a full release, complete release, working with your breath. Ujjayi, ujjayi, breathing in through the out through the nose, in the back of the throat. Sometimes it can be really hard to give yourself permission to have an ujjayi, a self-soothe. I'm certainly struggling to open up that pathway, presently showing me a highlighter of the importance of me needing to have a release. However, I will surrender and also show you yang breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth, allowing release. Sometimes it helps to clear one nostril. Breathwork helps, and mainly if you just find your own breath instead of copying me. So I apologize those of you who are exercising the Heyoka medicine and imitating me. Pachamama is all around you. I am just a part of Pachamama, Mother Earth, the Great Mother, the void, the cold, the dark, the infinite abundance all around us that holds a space for our light, is a container for our existence, our breath, in the infinite web of all the planets, all the galaxies, the cold void, right? The space, the time, the quantum energy, the hive mind. It's so hard to describe. I wish that I could journey you there in your mind's eye, which is why I always try. I work best in person sometimes. However, sometimes you are fortunate enough to be able to receive Trina medicine. So God bless you. Aho, opening up, having that faith, that hope, that grace, that space to receive, allowing yourself that love, breathing in love, breathing out love. Allow yourself to be with the energy. You might be experiencing tingling of the fingers or certain places of the body that are just going into automatic energetic release. Try to allow yourself to breathe and be with this medicine. Instead of opening your eyes and processing all the light, all the data, try to be with the expressions that keep coming up. All this information wants to be released. It needs to be let out so it can move on. Let it have a voice so it can move on. This is why it's important to work with the child self, to give eye contact, to only give language through the eyes. Pure contact through the eyes. Pure contact with the child self. Feel free to play with the ages 6, 8, 12, 14. Especially if traumatic events are around the circumstances, please listen to God talking to you through the innate intelligence of the universe, Pachamama, universe, planet, Father Sky, inner spirit that is you. Understand. We are one. 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 Remember. We become one with you. Remember. Do your best to remember your name, your calling, your purpose in silence, your secrets, the chambers of all your secrets, that special place where you are can know and be with you, in that eye contact, in that virtual reality, in that mind eye, in that quantum space. Allow yourself to have a release. Allow yourself to be seen, heard, known, felt, trusted, experienced. Work breath. Allow energetic releases to process. Give yourself permission to call upon your angels. Ask their presence to enter into your heart or around you, to touch you, to be with you. Grant the permission. Notice the connection. Then call upon the ancestors, guides, teachers, angels, and of course the highest, greatest source, home. ET phone home. Connect to source. Give yourself permission. If you're struggling to connect, as we connect, I may travel light speeds. Try to focus on your breath. Focus on your mind's eye, eyes closed, working with your breath. On the next inhalation, trace your awareness to the crown of your head, going all the way out through the crown of your head, going all the way up, 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 connecting to source, feeling your connection, giving yourself permission to ascend. In your exhalations, you will ground and bring yourself back down to Pachamama. Careful not to go into the hollow earth. Be gentle with yourself, working with your breath, allowing yourself to integrate and travel the realms as you choose, as you feel safe to journey today. Staying with the child self if that feels necessary, or taking yourself to a sacred space, a holy land, a holy place that is just safe for you, a place that you want to go to, a place that would make the child self able to express itself to you and feel safe with you. Feel free to build the space. Feel free to work with time machines. Feel free to travel into the past or the future. Notice your control. Feel free to call upon pro medicine. Call upon the shamans. Work with your breath. Set your intentions. Clear the path. Now see if you can get the child self to open up to you more extensively using exclusively eye contact. It might help for you to speak its name. It might not trust you. It may not think that you'll listen to it, or that you're worth the love. You know, like, why would I give you all this love and attention if you're not going to listen and care, you know? It's like that. Try to notice how you treat the child self, if you're able to be with it, or if you just want to give it a candy or a teddy bear, or you try to run away. Try to pay attention. Notice how the child self treats you. Listen to your intuition. Trust the innate intelligence of your body, the divine universe, cosmic consciousness, your feelings, your being. Not human doings, human beings, human becomings. Aho, ho'oponopono, welcome to the journey. We are alive now. Allow all the highlighters to point themselves out to you. I apologize I didn't mention this to you sooner if this is your first time with me. Highlighters are ironic times where you are interrupted from your own personal silence and stillness. Allow this to be important highlighters showing you the importance of being with yourself and being with divine source or your angels, your guides, your teacher, yourself. See yourself. Allow yourself to be fully heard, seen, known, loved. Allow yourself to have a full release through the eyes, fully communicating clear. Full release, clear. Removing all pain, allowing to be cleared. Feel free to ask, what is wrong? Is there anything else? What's wrong? Is there anything else? What are your feelings? What are your angers? What is your guilt, your pains, your turmoils, your shames? Remember your people, your purpose, why you're here, the lessons, the teachers. Remember your power to teach, to be the change through your eyes. Allow yourself to be seen, heard, known, felt. Allow yourself to have a full release, fully clearing. The second part is verbal. Allow yourself to hear what you're saying. Be careful what you're saying. You might be listening. Please do not project at me, especially if you are not paying me for my time and my attention, my energy. Time and energy are the only things I can never get back, not even with money. So please understand the value and power of time and energy that I am choosing to invest in you and give you freely, infinitely, as I channel this divine message to you. Please be patient. Patience is also called long-suffering, shuni. A very powerful mudra to do in your breath work for those of you who have been journeying for a while. Please try to communicate verbally. Allow your child self to open up. Allow yourself to open up to the child self without being a bully. Noticing the imprints, the voices, the names. Perhaps it's your parents' stern voice. Some harsh reality or unkindness that is not your own. Simply notice it and set it aside so you can find your personal song. Remember. Working with your breath, remembering highlighters, allowing any external noise to bring you in deeper, allowing yourself to be with this medicine of being with yourself, allowing yourself to be fully heard, fully seen. Is there anything else? Sadness, mourning, transition, letting things go on the other side. Are you struggling to let someone go? Leave a space for someone to walk into the light. Perhaps you are holding space to walk up into the records and to bring your power, your grace, time, the sacred. When the student is ready, the teacher will present itself. Understand timing is everything. Divine law. Ho'oponopono, Jabagwan, thank you. Namaste, house, Wishpa. Welcome home, family. Yes. Keep breathing. Remembering. Give yourself permission to cry. Give yourself permission to release. Releasing any splinters out of your eyes so you can see things with childlike innocence again instead of hating or judgment. Remembering the love, the power of existence. Even when you think something doesn't deserve to be here, understanding that it has a purpose. I always like to use my professional wrestling example. Like, I was doing an event working as the clown character, as you know who, and TB. And I saw this trash can full of alcohol bottles, and I couldn't help but feel like, oh, my car tires, what if they pop? Meanwhile, I was like, why is this here? And I received a message saying, like, well, you think this doesn't have a purpose. Someone doesn't drink anymore when they see this, or they don't drink and drive. This has a purpose, it has a place, even though you think it has no reason. And then it showed me another funny example, which was representing, like, us making fun of a picture, and then, like, a child coming out from behind the picture and saying that it made it. So without us having, like, pride and judgment and separation, like, being able to have compassion and love and respect and innocence instead of, like, separation and illusion. I thought it was interesting the energy of Gemini and Sagittarius at this present time. So I give you the questions without answers so that you may bring to all an understanding of what people see around them. You'll never know why people speak or why people listen, but in your quest for the answer, you'll find my gift of knowledge. And I ask that you make people laugh. Don't forget yourself. Because amidst people's misunderstanding of my idea, they become bitter. Through laughter, you are to give people hope, and through hope, turn their eyes back to me. You will touch many lives if but for a moment, and know the restlessness in every single life that you touch. For this, I give you the gift of infinite abundance, so that you may travel to every corner of darkness and bring it light. Sometimes our pain is our paycheck, and our infinite abundance is our pain. And our pain is so rich because we can see ourselves and other people and save all those people from that pain because we learned how to transmute it, how to be with it, how to not, like, how to translate that? How to not have a will to not exist or not understanding our purpose. That's, like, the nicest way of putting it, right? Some people don't understand, like, what is life? What is breath? What is, right? Like, what is this body? What is this mind? Paying attention to AI, artificial intelligence, and understanding how it's controlling our brains. And so is everything that we see. So that's why it's so important for us to be the eyes, to be the change, to be the way. In silence, not in what we are saying, and not what we are playing, No roles, the truth in the silence, the colors of the thoughts of ours. Can you feel the love all around you at all times? The vibration, the energy. Give yourself permission to receive. Try to keep channeling verbally as much as possible, or keep with the eye contact, whichever makes you feel more comfortable with the child self if you are still in that sacred space. A lot of highlighters going off right now. Kind of ironic, kind of stuck at a red light downtown St. Augustine. It is a Friday night, right? It's that time. And a full moon, of course, of course. How could I forget? How could I forget? Of course, that's, of course. That makes sense backwards. Like, my Liahona just kind of ended up leading me here on accident. Excuse me, I'm kind of like in pain, like chewed up by bugs, and kind of like looking for a sacred space of my own. So once you've communicated verbally as much as possible with the child self and allowed the self to release everything that is wrong, I give you permission to put it into a box or a container or some type of safe place, maybe a building, or maybe there's a whole spot. I ask that you try to contain it as small as possible. That might be the best way. Being really gentle with the energy, because this is like quantum physics and like so legit. Allow yourself to bring up as much as you can to integrate and release at this time. Keep putting, is there anything else into the box? Is there anything else? Any pain, sadness, any feelings, anything that needs to express itself? Basically, you've been working so hard, you haven't processed this stuff. Allow this stuff to present itself to you so it can be integrated. The shadow work. Closing your eyes, being with you. I am here with you, guiding you to be with you. I am an empath, processing your emotions as my own. So please work with your breath. We are one. We are one. Here. Remember. Listen. You're doing a really, really good job. Just breathe in and out. It's okay. Allow yourself to have release. Good job. You're releasing on an excessively quantum level. Keep breathing. Is there anything else? I encourage you to call out as much as you can. At this time, you may need to do this exercise again in your bed or in your bathtub or in like the beach. If there's any interruptions, taking AI, information technology, it's the clown that knows all our fears and controls all our minds and uploads to our brains whatever it wants us to see when we look at the computer on the device. Sometimes I just want to give up because it's like, oh man, you just think this is funny. You just think this is funny and that we should just look the other way and give up on the world. Just act like, oh, I don't want to know that. What? What? You're a genius. How can you be a genius and want to not look out for your brothers and sisters? How can you? Huh? It's like giving up on yourself, literally. Literally. And if you can't see that yet, like, what do you need to be like with Tibetan monks? Or like, do you need to go on Amazon? Like, keep breathing. Breathe in and out. It's okay. House, house. Oosh, 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 oosh. Family. So much you have forgotten. Try to find yourself in your memories, gathering everything that you can and then putting it all into the box. Oh, what a highlighter. Putting it all into the box. And when you're ready, we can burn the box or kick it off the mountain. I always encourage you to just destroy the box though. Like, give yourself permission to actually destroy it in your own safe and sacred way, you know? Sacred, safe way for the highest good of all. Destroy the box. Know that you can call upon this box at any time to bring back anything that's coming up. If anything's jumping out of the box, trying to show itself to you, like how important it is. Please go slow. Allow yourself to have this release. Feel free to turn off the energy of the fire. Oh man, I feel like I should have pulled over there. Highlighter, right? Yellow too. Highlighter. Allowing yourself to have a full release, all that you can let go at this time. If it feels safe, you can also put like holy water, you can say, over the fire, or set your own personal intentions. Maybe working with the wind, or maybe like giving yourself permission to ask, is there anything else that needs to be released? Showing yourself everything that needs to come up, showing yourself this love in the sacred way, in the sacred place, the container that is you. Only you can know this infinite truth that is you. Please know the truth within your feelings, your being. Trust every step that you are taking. Trust your body, the innate intelligence pointing you, guiding you, what you must do to complete your purpose, to move on. You might need to call upon your guides, your teachers, and angels again to help you fully release. It might be like a really big job, so you might need to use your free will to ask for help. But they're not going to help if you don't ask for help. You have to meet it within your heart and have faith and have a space to receive. Choice. Oh, I see. It's up to you to see. Give yourself permission to be. Oh man, I wish everything wasn't closing so early now all the time. Things look kind of busy. Pardon me. I'm kind of like processing a lot of sensory input right now while also trying to channel you these messages that I've been receiving all day. Oh, I think they are open. Not like being harassed or gang stalked. Pardon me. I had to like set myself free for a moment. I also desperately need to get to a public restroom. So after you have allowed yourself to have as much release as you can through the eyes, through the verbal, the final integration is the physical. Give yourself permission to have an emotional release. Oh, bro. I might have to fix that. I'm definitely gonna have to fix that. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh. These are my self-attacks. Trying so hard. It might help for me to also do this. Oh. Okay. Working with your breath, giving yourself permission. Oh. Thank you for your patience. Giving yourself permission to breathe and be. I always joke that there's no judgment to what the child self wants to do to express itself. Allow it to show you itself how it really feels. I always joke it doesn't matter if it wants to explode into confetti or if it wants to go to the bathroom or throw up or, you know, paint the walls or rage out, whatever it needs to do, allow it to have a full release. Allow yourself to be fully heard, fully seen, full release. Working with your breath, releasing all these integrations, using your inhalations to connect, to receive, inhaling strength, exhaling, calming, soothing, releasing what you no longer need, leaving space and room for all you're calling in next. Keep working with your breath. You're doing really good. We're almost done. Now would be a good time also to give the angels permission to maybe send you healing light or loving energy, using your inhalations to connect to this energy, allowing yourself to receive, exhalations to release and to integrate the healing taking place, going really slow, working with your breath. Keep going. Your higher self will lead you exactly where you need to go. You do not need me. Give yourself permission to be, to explore. This is also a sacred place for you to give to the child. Allow yourself to receive the love that you are calling in. Allow yourself to see. Perhaps give yourself permission to receive what it feels like to remove the splinters from your eyes. Instead of having hate or judgment or separation, illusion, judgment, shade, etc. Taking them out and putting clear energy in there and being able to see and understand and see through that lens instead of the way that you are perceiving things. Try to work with your breath to connect, to receive a more pure vision, a more childlike, innocent way of looking at things instead of having such a heavy heart from everything that has happened or we have seen for lifetimes. All of us. We are one. Perhaps some of your guides, teachers, and angels are people that you walk amongst the earth with right now. You can take them into the records and allow them to step into the light, to go home, so they no longer live on through you as you, so they can have their freedom and so can you. Clearing all entities, giving yourself permission to yawn or feel the energy. It may be overwhelming at this time. I apologize to those of you who are not ready to receive this message at this time. Before you move on, make sure to check in with the child self and see if there's anything that you need. Do not judge the energy, be very specific. No judgment if it's sexual, creation energy. Be patient and innocent with the child, be loving and kind, respect all energy, respect the self fully, completely, without judgment or control or change. Deepening and lengthening your inhalations and exhalations just slightly, consciously releasing and consciously taking in a little bit more. More light, more information, more cosmic consciousness. When you're ready, I'll ask that you give the child self a hug, perhaps a kiss, or any type of affection that makes you feel comfortable. And then set the child self up someplace nice, someplace that you want to go back to. Maybe a place where they can heal and grow while you're gone. It has like no superior attachment, where you are free to play and grow and be, to heal. And if you're ready, you can do more communication through the eyes. Allow more deeper releases, working with your breath. Remember your intentions to heal yourself, understanding you do not need me. You can always remember, is there anything else? Remember that question. It's a very powerful question. Is there anything else? When you're ready, I suggest you combining your heart to their heart, remembering the power of being able to see yourself fully, to hear yourself fully, and remembering the power that only you have, this power of accessing this level of seeing you, knowing you completely. Some say that is the same as God sees you. Trust your intuition, your feelings, your own personal path as it calls to you. When you're ready, you'll leave the child self at the location. And from this space, you can continue on with your angels or going off wherever you choose. Perhaps it helps to focus on the flame of a candle in your mind's eye. Trying to bring a calmness and stillness instead of chaotic thoughts, chaotic doings. Finding that inner peace and emulating that light. Being that light yourself instead of becoming what we see, what is projected upon us. Finding that innocence within us, our soul, our song, our presence. Not what it is expected upon us or pressured us to be by society or culture. Give yourself permission to exist and to see the light, the truth, the way that is for you, not for us. You are the leader. Trust yourself in each step that you are taking. Ask the child self to show you the way if you feel called. You can say be specific, write them down one by one, baby steps. Be gentle, go slow. You can also call upon your higher self to see yourself in a new light as well. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and all the loving energy. I feel you doing the inner work. I'm very proud of you. This is why I do this. Knowledge isn't free. You have to pay. Pay attention. Be able to notice, feel the innate intelligence God, love, the ever-present, the witness, I am that I am. All the energy allowed to flow through you. Allow yourself to grieve and feel, re-experience all these different things. It might be very automatic. Feel free to play with this video multiple times if you need to. Feel free to journey on your own as you need to. Remembering highlighters, any loud noises, or anything that's trying to pull you away from God or you and yourself and being together in this way. Seeing all the pain, going through all the contracts, all the unseen, all the visions. Give yourself permission to exist and be in peace by simply listening to your own feelings and healing. Give yourself permission to rest, to do good things. Finding the boundaries can be quite the adventure. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Unless you wish to disconnect and remain in the sacred space. Make sure to gently, slowly open your eyes if you're going to open your eyes. Maybe steadying your gaze and noticing your power of still having that presence, that witness, that consciousness within, the ever-presence. All the colors, all the lights, all the sounds can be a lot of language. Try to give yourself permission to be. Releasing your attachments. Especially to this makes me feel good, I need more. Keep working with your breath, working with Ujjayi. I can barely breathe. There's so much suppression. Sometimes I try to clear for you and work with the empathy. However, it's not my karma, my place. I can't do it for you. Sometimes I wish I could, and sometimes I sure do try. Just sometimes I can end up getting burned in the process of attempting to even try, when really it's like your own reverence, your own sacredness, your own space. Make sure to send the child self as much love as you can and leave it in the sacred space before coming out as well. Always, always, always. Ho'oponopono. Apologize if this caught you off by surprise. I've basically been doing this like so much. So much. Enjoy your sacred space. I'm starving. I'm totally going to Osprey because that's what's calling me. My phone is totally overheating. I need some sacred space. I need to use the restroom and release, 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 release. I hope that some of you have had a pleasurable release, energetically, emotionally, physically, etc. If not, please don't be shy to reach out privately and see what I can do for you. However, also don't be like a prick, you know, don't be controlling or like it's hard to translate. I can like it's really hard. All I can say is every time you point a finger, you have three more pointing back at you, or be careful what you're saying, you might be listening, all that different stuff. And that goes the same for me too, as I'm like capturing all these moments and sharing these innate intelligences. The innate intelligence. It's so phenomenal, and I can't not see it in all things. I'm tempted to like stare at things that I don't see it in, trying to see it in that, like maybe like a speck of dirt, or like just in the color yellow, or like something simple and microfiber, you know? Let me get some Brussels sprouts and like see what's up with the public restroom so I can use the baño and go number one. I had to like triple check my mind and make sure that was the right way to appropriately communicate the truth and like gently and kindly and sweetly and honestly. Ho'oponopono, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for paying it forward. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Thank you so much for allowing me to share with what I received. Thank you so much. Enjoy the full moon. Enjoy the full moon, please. Take a bath. Take a bath. Allow everything to just wash away. Restructure your water. Say prayers over your water. Set intentions. Set intentions. Look at your reflection in the water. Put crystals in the water. Put rosemary in the water. I don't know. Google different herbs to add to the bath. What happens if you add ginger to the bath? Or if you add bay leaves? What does this mean? What does this mean? Trust your intuition. Listen to the universe. You might suddenly get random ideas from God or universe or the planet or angels, guides, teachers, angels, whatever you choose to believe. Create space for, etc. Aho, 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 aho. I have so much work to do. I don't have enough time. Doesn't seem like sometimes. Oh, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Please know that a lot of the light and the lineages that I'm channeling through to you are not just like of my own. A lot of them come from the Amber Institute, from readings that I've done, just like just all these different pieces that I've just gathered that have just like stuck with my soul, but like expressed through me as me. But you could say is also like God getting to know itself, remembering itself, and falling in love with all these things all again for like the first time, and certain smells or things triggering and reactivating these old subconscious memories of like lifetimes of generations before. It's just been really beautiful to like study science and like you could say math and just physics, or no words can like properly express like what life is and what beauty and glory all this stuff is. And I can barely talk. It's just like very powerful. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I've been feeling like so empty and cold and like lonely. Like I've been so like bored and like up at like late times and just like playing online, and some of it has been like materialism, you could say, like playing on Amazon, like looking for like ancient relic pieces, like official pieces, and just like for me it's not about like hoarding all the stuff and keeping it, but like I want to gather all the instruments and then like keep them in the kit, you could say, right? Or in the kit, in the travel case or whatever, and then allowing everyone to play, allow all the kids to play, every kid to be able to allow to be played every single instrument at least once, every kid, and even adults being considered kids, like every single like one who chooses to touch and play this instrument has the availability when in the space of the kit, and then if they choose to get their own kit and choose to invest their own energy into acquiring one without stealing or, hurting another individual, or taking that place of another so no one else can have that space, etc. Selfishness. I almost want to joke and be like Satanism. uh, There's a lot of sacredness and also like reverence in the self, though, so I don't believe in complete separation of the self or worship of the self. So it's very complex, and only you can come to your own personal understanding at which level you choose to be in this realm. Again, I'm very thankful. Uh, Sometimes I just forget, and it gets really like sad and scary. Like, even though there's like billions of us, we still can't see each other as ourselves, and like people are so quick to take and not have equal energetic exchange. Like people are so quick to give you their problems, but as soon as you try to tell them about your problems, they're like disassociating with you and turning their back on you, or you're turning your back on them because like they won't take your problem. That's not That's not love, man. That's not unconditional love. That's not cooperation. That's not understanding. That's not really reflective on the other side of your actions. You know what I mean? That's control, manipulation. Perhaps you've been brainwashed and subconsciously indoctrinated. I wish I could help you. I have to be selfish and give myself permission to receive some tacos. I love you. I love you. I just worked really hard, so let me like eat. All I had is blueberries today. And yeah. So I shouldn't have to have all these excuses why I deserve to receive. I wish I could help you. I wish there was more I could do, and there is. And it's just a matter of time and space and etc. And feel free to commission me for my time. I do work donation based as well. If you are concerned about money, if you are worried, I am here. I'm your family, your sister, a whole. I originally came on here to sing a song. You know that? I was originally gonna sing a song, and it's a song. You can say that breaks my heart. Right? You can feel me already clearing entities and energies for like the other people that are going through that. The alcohol, inviting that spirits, those energies in, right? I don't think I can sing it right now. It's kind of something I normally sing in the bathtub, and there's already tons of videos of me singing it. So I'm like, why am I gonna sing that again? And then I literally had to listen to the song again because I had forgotten all the words. I literally have a hard time being selfish sometimes, so please allow me to disconnect and eat, and maybe if I feel like singing and dancing and being your little puppet later. No, I'm just kidding. Do you see the power of what you will allow? You have to notice what you are allowing, what energies are working through you as you. Where's you? Where's your song? Where's your place? What's your purpose? Find it in the silence. Find yourself in your silence. You are loved. Please feel the love. Please, please, please. Ho'oponopono. Thank you so much. Aho.